No, these are fun experiences that he's having and being shown. And with these experiences, because it's kind of a big deal. They're way out of the ordinary as to what's taking place. And so just a heads up to become aware of what is taking place, because again, this has been talked about for a long time, the duplication of the imagery of others. And so again, and it doesn't matter what is taking place, whether it's the real guides or it's somebody that's not, what makes sense? Learn to see what makes sense. Because as we go through this process here with the real guides, we're also, you might say, given many tests so that we can be stronger. I don't like to use the word tests, but in a way it's like that. We're given experiences so that we can become stronger. So sometimes the real guides will even say things to see if you will reject it and continue anyhow. If they say stop, don't do that, etc. So again, the decision each moment is yours. But in this experience here, just showing that, be aware that things are not as they appear all the time. And then if they are, remember, you are the decider. You are the decider of the experience. So in the experience, many times it's difficult to see what's going on, etc. It's like you're on a fast-moving train and things are happening outside and you can't see it. But once you're off the train and you look back and you go over the tracks that you were on, all of a sudden you see, oh, that's what we ran over or whatever. And the same thing with the real side experiences as we're going through them many times until we get back here to have an objective view of it. And that's what we want to place with our awareness, is that objective view, so that we have a better position and advantage. And most of all, as to putting the experiences together to be able to share with others, because this is how you take part of the allness. It's not about, oh, look what I got, look what I've done, this is mine, or, I'm going to this or that. It's not about that. It's about how you can put it together to share with others to help them wake up, because then you become part of all life. And so this is where the old days of memberships and following masters and all these ideas, they don't work anymore, because it was always about the person. Oh, I want to be saved. I want self-realization. I want God realization. I want. You see, that's the personal self. It's not about wanting. It's about recognizing what's real and shining like the sun. That's a real position. Yes. So we don't need memberships and initiations and all these funny things, third eye ideas and all that. All life is awareness. It's more fun to stand in the allness and see everyone else as all also. That's the best part. And then there's no restrictions. And it takes a little bit to get there, because you got to focus and you really got to decide. But yes, these little experiences add up to this a little at a time. So yes, when you come back into the physical, you get an objective view of the experience. Just like watching a movie. You're not in the movie, you're watching the movie. And so as you've had the experience, whatever it is from the real side, even though you get impressions and whatever, when you come back into the physical sense, remember, it's your awareness operating these 5 bodies. There's no difference in the awareness. On the so-called real side, you're simply seeing something else that's taking place that you normally can't see here. Some people can, but most people can't. And so, but by being, back into the body, you have this objective view, because the body and the mind itself here has its own experiences too. the interesting thing is that everything that we've experienced in history, and we see as history as it is, or we've read about it or whatever, okay, fine, and it's a valid reference as to what we do not need. And this is what is not understood. People are thinking in terms that, oh, I need to read about history because this is what I need to know. Actually, what you're reading and referring to are things that you don't need to know in the true sense when you have the comparison of the real awareness and the all is. So there's always more to it, isn't there? You're fine. You're doing what you can. You just take what you can, and that's fine. And a little at a time as it comes around. Look at your process with all of this. You see, it takes time. So give yourself time. And that is, yes, let go. Sometimes you don't know. And sometimes it's like, oh, I don't know. And it's fine. And it'll come to you. Learn to see it as it comes along. But in the meantime, you need to give yourself time too. But what I see what you have done, and look at these people that are listening, it's terrific. And so we get the basic idea, and as we go along with our life, we pick it up. Look at when you were a little girl with your parents. What did we understand at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years old, 10 years old? What did we understand? We basically almost understood nothing. But we heard things, and they told us things, they gave us orders, and it's like, why did you do that? Why didn't you do this? Whatever. Well, we couldn't figure it out at the time, but eventually we figure it out, right? And that's how I see it. It's all okay. You're doing great. You always have. And it's kind of fun that there's that part of him, which is the personal part, literal part that, oh, I've got to take care of this. I got to go to the doctor or whatever. See, that's how we've been taught. Oh, I've got this or that, or I got to go to the doctor. Well, then there's mother there now. Mother representing somebody who raised him, you see? And so realistically, it's the mother idea is actually what it is, because who is really raising him now? And that is, you might say, as real parents, the real guides, but it comes through as the hint, as the mother idea that, oh, you'll be okay. You see, you don't have to go with the old routines, etc., no matter, even if it looks bad. You can deal with it. You can learn to deal with it. So again, that's why I asked, what was the decision that he made? So he has a concern there, and yes, it's something in the physical. And like yours was the physical, you're giving part of yourself. You're sharing part of yourself. It seems kind of funny how these things come out. But that's the whole idea, especially you as a teacher. And also as a teacher, because I was married to a teacher, and we're all teachers in our own way. Yes, you take on the pain of others by the very fact of sharing, because not everybody's going to agree. Some people are going to thank you, others are not going to like you, or they're going to argue with you even. And that's part of it too. That's part of the challenge. So again, as he objectively looks at that, because something's going on in the physical, it's okay to take on the challenge and the risk of handling it yourself, instead of always asking the doctors, especially today. What do the doctors mainly do? Anything that's wrong, it's like, here, I'll prescribe this pill for you. That's not a treatment or a cure or even a healing. No, that doesn't heal, okay? That does something, and for the most part, you really don't know what it's doing, but for sure, it's not good because it's affecting you in unnatural ways. So, go ahead, go to the doctor, and you're looking for some magical cure or whatever? Well, many things can be taken care of on their own, and there's a little whisper from the mother idea too. I raised you, son, you'll be okay. So again, it's his experience, he decides.